I was flicking through the channels on the TV on a Sunday in Milwaukee in the rain, trying to piece together conversations, trying to find out where to lay the blame. But when it comes right down to it, there's no use trying to pretend. But when it gets right down to it, there's no one here that's left to blame. Blame it on me. You can blame it on me. We're just sugar mice in the rain. I heard Sinatra calling me down through the floors, where you pay a quarter for a partnership in rhyme. To the jukebox crying in the corner, while the waitress is counting out the time. Right down to it, there's no use trying to pretend. But when it gets right down to it, there's no one really left to blame. Blame it on me. Oh, you can blame it on me. We're just sugar mice in the rain. Well, the toughest thing that I ever did was talk to the kids on the phone. When I heard them asking questions and knew that you were all alone. Can't you understand that the government left me out of work? I just couldn't stand the looks on the faces saying what a jerk. So if you want my address, it's number 1 at the end of the bar, where I sit with the broken angels, clutching at straws and nursing the stars. Blame it on me. Your daddy took a rain check. Your daddy took a rain check.
All right, buckle up everyone, because today we're diving deep, deep into Marillion territory.
Deep, like some of those epic Marillion songs, you mean?
Well, actually, no. That's the thing. This one's different. We're talking Sugar Mice off Clutching at Straws.
Interesting choice. Not the first track that springs to mind, I'll admit.
Exactly. And this iGlue on Vinyl review, they called it deeply moving. And honestly, they're not far off. But it's not a 10-minute prog marathon, so. What gives? Why does this one hit so differently?
These Sugar Mice, it's almost like Marillion decided to, I don't know, defy expectations a little. You hear Marillion, you think, what? Big, complex, theatrical,
It
right?
practices, yes, the whole shebang.
Right. But this one goes the opposite direction. Intimate, stripped back, almost fragile in a way.
It's funny you say that because the reviewer, they actually used the phrase classic ballad. Never thought I'd see those two words next to Marillion.
I mean, it's there, right? The song structure, the emotional weight, but it's Marillion, so it's not straightforward. It's got those layers.
The reviewer even threw out Sinatra and Tony Bennett as touchstones. Wild, right?
And it works. It's all about atmosphere. Think smoky jazz club, that kind of late-night introspection. Then you've got Rothery's guitar solo. Not a million notes, just pure bluesy longing. It's perfect.
Speaking of atmosphere, those lyrics hit hard. I mean, the reviewer called them raw and honest, but it's more than that, right? It's that line, the toughest thing I ever did was talk to the kids on the phone. When I heard them asking questions, I knew that you were all alone. Man.
Talk about vulnerability. You can feel the weight of what's unsaid there, you know?
I know. And apparently this wasn't just Fish spinning a yarn. The reviewer mentioned he'd actually drawn on a real experience for this one.
Yeah, a phone call home while he was on tour, rainy Sunday afternoon, stuck in a hotel room feeling totally disconnected.
Wow, I did not know that. That just adds a whole other level to it. Okay, so what about this kid with the guitar, tuxedo, the whole 9 yards? Any theories? The reviewer seemed a bit stumped by that one.
Yeah, that's the thing with Sugar Mice, isn't it? It gives you just enough to latch onto, but the interpretation's all yours.
Okay, but indulge me. What do you think it means?
I think it's about lost innocence, you know, a crossroads. You've got this jaded narrator looking back, maybe seeing a younger version of himself in that boy. Or maybe it's the dreams we give up on, the paths we don't take, that kind of thing.
That's actually really insightful. It's such a vivid image, and it definitely plays into that overall mood, the regret, the missed opportunities.
And Fish just keeps hammering it home, that repetition, that Sugar Mice in my head.
Oh, yeah, about that. The reviewer mentioned Fish actually explained that whole Sugar Mice thing, something about how we're all temporary, here 1 minute, gone the next.
Exactly. Like Candy, our lives are fleeting, here and then gone. It's about appreciating what you've got right now, facing those regrets.
That's heavy stuff for a song that, on the surface, seems so simple.
That's the magic of Sugar Mice, right? It catches you off guard. You go in expecting a prog epic and get a gut punch of raw emotion instead.
And a good reminder that prog rock can be just as powerful when it's quiet as when it's going full-blown orchestra.
Here's a thought, though. That sadness, that melancholy in Sugar Mice, it's not a bad thing, is it?
No.
It's kind of comforting in a way. It reminds us we're not the only ones with regrets, with those what-if moments. Sometimes just acknowledging that, sitting with it, that's enough.
Maybe that's the true meaning of Sugar Mice. Or maybe it's up to each of us to decide.